trying to whittle our 50 anglers competing out in the water right now down to our top 10. And currently, that's your unofficial top 10 atop the leaderboard. We've had 2 new Elite Series champions this season. Well, if Hunter Shryock can hold on, we would make that 3 in a row. Hunter Shryock, a 3-time Classic qualifier. But, man, he is really just – when you see an event where things that aren't supposed to happen start happening, you got to start to think that maybe it's his time. But let's catch you up on all of our top 10 with our Toyota Midday Report. And I'm joined by Bass Fishing Hall of Famer, Classic Champion, Angler of the Year, Davey Height. And we're going to kick it off with our Day 2 leader, Drew Benton.
Yeah, Dave, Drew Benton came into this tournament doing what he likes to do, and it's worked out for him. He was leading when they left the dock this morning, but it seems to be dwindling away just a little bit for him. I'll be honest with you, I've been very surprised he's been able to make it happen this long. And, hey, I wouldn't bet against he got another day in him if he can stay close to the top of the leaderboard. But the sight fishing, this isn't the perfect day for it, but he's done a good job adjusting and only has fallen back to second place so far. And now all of a sudden the sun just came out a little bit more, so that'll be good for Drew Benton. I'm sure he's hoping for more sunshine and less wind.
Drew Benton literally has to be considered one of the best sight anglers on the planet right now. Anywhere we go that a sight fishing bite's in question, Drew Benton is always in the mix. But this guy, a pre-tournament favorite, the COBB, Brandon Cobb.
Yeah, Brandon Cobb has a lot of experience here on this lake. Surprising to me, I talked to him some yesterday. He hasn't fished here a lot in the last year or two, but he fished here a lot when he was growing up with his dad. The area that he's spending so much time in here this week, or a lot of his time, he fished with in that big arm of the lake with his dad for many, many years when he was young. So a lot of experience. And that's how you can do things like that, catch 2 at a time, a 5-pounder and a 2.5-pounder on the same cast. Brandon Cobb had to cull 2. And all of a sudden he had 7 fish in a boat. I'm glad he was mindful of that, and he did cull 2. So Brandon Cobb, a lot of history here, a lot of history on lakes with blueback herring in them, like Hartwell, where we saw him win a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament. But Brandon Cobb, he'll be around tomorrow.
No, so will this guy. You got to believe Patrick Walters, Somerville, South Carolina's Patrick Walters.
Yeah, awful glad to see Patrick Walters making the top 10 going into Saturday. And just like Brandon Cobb, I expect to see him around on Sunday too. These two have a lot of experience on these lakes. And man, when Patrick Walters can fish his moving baits and get around using his forward-facing sonar a lot, he's always a threat. And he's certainly been that every day so far. And he's got a couple places with bigger fish on that he hasn't been able to get to bite as well, but today he did. He caught his limit real early this morning, has been culling up all day long. So Patrick Walters, no surprise seeing him in 3rd place currently.
A 2-time Century Belt holder. And let's go off to a former motocross racer, Hunter Shryock, 3-time Classic qualifier.
So Hunter's kind of going against the grain. He's not really just chasing the herring, spawning herring, a little bit of shad spawn around where he's at, but he's found one stretch of the lake. I don't want to go into it too much right now because he is the leader and, has another half a day today and then all day tomorrow for Hunter. But he's just found a good area, and he's been mixing it up, crankbaits, topwater, a little wacky rig around some of these boat docks you see here, what he's doing, but just doing a good job fishing everything in front of him, and he's found a very, very good section of the lake for him. The quality of fish that he's been able to catch has been super impressive.
And as I said off the top, I mean, been doing things that shouldn't happen. Yesterday we watched him. That fish, he should have lost it 3 times. He said that on stage. He couldn't believe how he stick-handled it out from under the dock. But things are happening good for Hunter Shryock. Not just on the water. He announced this week that they are expecting a baby. So the Bassmaster baby pattern may be holding true, Davey Height.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be great to see him get his first Elite Series victory. What a nice guy. Everybody likes him. And he's a good fisherman. He's due to hold a blue trophy over his head.
These conditions have changed just a little bit today. Everybody was talking about how the wind is going to help them. Has it helped so far today?
Well, I think it has. You have to realize a lot of these anglers are fishing the same areas over and over again, these points, and they do get a lot of pressure. And I think had it stayed just no clouds in the sky and no wind, it might have gotten a little tougher today. So it's been just as good today as it has the previous 2 days, even with all this pressure. So, yeah, I think it's helped.
It's been an unbelievable tournament since the start. Our biggest 50 cut weight of the season. And you look where we've been, Okeechobee and Seminole. It's pretty amazing to say we're right here and we've had our biggest cut weight, but it's always amazing when you get to watch this guy. One of my favorite people to watch, uncontrollable childlike happiness of John Cox. And he's looking at one.
He's definitely looking at one, no doubt about it. It's no surprise.
We need this one, baby.
To see John Cox not
We need this
on the points like 90% of the field is. He's doing his own thing like he always
Come
does.
on.
He loves to sight fish.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. Come back.
The way he's fighting this is
Oh, yeah.
got to be a good one.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's got to be.
Come on. Wait, he thinks he's so much bigger. Oh, come on. Come on, baby. Stay on there. Stay on there. Get my hand in your mouth. Ah, got her. Gosh, barely getting it. Oh my gosh. That's what we needed there. It's about the size of the one we lost in that tree, but it's all right. I'm feeling good about this just moving stuff. All right, I think we probably won't have to cull him, I don't think. All right, let's get rid of our dinks, right? Yeah, that's 5. That's 5. Let's get rid of those dinks, man. God, it felt good. Oh, maybe it's a turning point. So, you know, it was going downhill there for a little bit. But I'm feeling, you know, it's crazy. You get one bite or run into one fish and it just changes everything. I so badly wanted to just take off, start running. I just don't feel like that's the thing to do anymore because
It's so fun to watch John Cox fish. He just
is.
enjoys what he's doing. And, you know, you fish tournaments, I fish tournaments, and does everyone enjoy fishing tournaments? I think pretty much so, but you put so much pressure on yourself. It's not, oftentimes you're not having fun, but he's always having fun. Patrick Walters is always having fun.
I don't know how big this one is.
Now, I'll be honest, it's fun to watch John Cox launch a boat. He's just that kind of person. You want to be around him.
He's not bigger than purple.
I don't think that fish is going to help.
Nope.
There's one stud in that group.
Not even quite noon and throwing back 3-pounders. That's
Sure enough.
It's a great
Good.
fishery, and it's definitely showing everyone
Come
what a
up,
great
man.
fishery it is here this
Don't
week.
come up. Pretty hard.
Generally, by this point in the tournament, you see a lot of anglers with 4 to 5 rods on their deck. You know, they've narrowed it down to just a few approaches. That is not what we're seeing this week.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you've never fished Lake Murray and never fished during the shad and blueback herring spawn, the combination of the two happening here, you need a lot of different
so.
baits to throw at these fish. It takes a lot of tricks.
I hope so because I got him. If I hadn't got him, no, we will delete that footage. There's one. I don't think he's big. I can't tell. Nah, he's not that big.
I mean, how many fish has Cobb caught today? It feels like every time I look up, he's catching a fish.
Yeah, with only
Here, buddy,
being able to
come
weigh
off
in
one of
5
the
fish to people that aren't watching Bassmaster Live just don't realize how many fish are being caught. I
Don't come off
saw
him
Lee
now.
Livesey yesterday at about 8:45. He said he'd caught 30 fish already.
Yeah,
at
the stage said
8:45.
60 to 70 by the time it was done.
Jeez.
He got a
And Brandon
face full
Cobb's
of
probably caught
Yozuri.
30. You're right.
Sometimes 2 at once.
He's got a whole face
Yeah.
full.
Nope.
It's really amazing to me when I was listening. I couldn't see, but Brandon catching the
That was not
5
a
and the
good
2.5
catch.
pounder
That was a good catch.
on Saturday.
gonna be
It's
work from my
exactly
arm
what
for
happened to
nothing.
me the last time we were here. I had a 5 and a 2.5 on, and I lost the 5 beside the boat. Cost me the tournament. So when he said I got 2 on, I'm like, oh, please don't lose the big one. And he didn't. He did a great job.
Now looking at our day 1 leader, Matt Robertson,
One
and
time.
I don't know if
I'd
it's
say
a
the
monster,
lake
but
is
it's a good one.
heating up, Davey Height.
Yeah.
It's bigger than what I got in the live well.
Yep, it looked like about 5 or 6 schooling
big
around
one.
the one that he's got hooked.
Stay down. Stay down. Just swim. Just swim. Just swim. Just swim. All right, buddy. It's a little biter one. Now that ate it like it's supposed to, baby. Choked it, my man. Not a giant, but it's better than what we got. Got them
A
two
lot better
tagged.
than 1 pound 4 ounce. It's the smallest fish.
The amazing thing about all the fish catches here, I mean, I believe he just caught that on a Berkeley cane walker. But the amazing thing is how many topwater eats we've seen. You know,
Oh, yeah.
when you see these weights and how high the cut was, the more amazing thing is just how much topwater action.
Yeah. It's, you know, the saying, it's, I'd rather catch one on top water than, 2 or 3 and on a worm or something like that. But if you're a tournament fisherman, you really shouldn't have that mentality. But it's definitely fun to catch them on top water. It's like that's what Patrick is doing now. Maybe a jerkbait.
Wow.
She might go. I doubt it. God, he ate that. Oh, we're definitely not keeping him. He is tone hooked. Golly.
No need to look at that.
Hey, bit of jerk back down. That's a good sign. They are set up right there. Actually caught him on this point. in
It's
that
really
national
amazing,
championship
like you
we won.
mentioned, how many fish Patrick has
15
caught today, and Brandon. But it gets to a point where you've got to start thinking, how can I catch a bigger one? Because it's always fun to catch fish, but you've got to have some 5 and 6 pounders the way they've, this lake has showed out this week. You can't catch 3s, 3.5s.
Oh, he's hooked in the head. That's why. Okay. Dang.
Can you,
It's topped.
if
it
you
when
remove
I was jerking it through
the
there.
sight bite from it, can you manage fish on this fishery in the way that, like, timing's so important? And you might, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there any sense in laying off?
Most places that these fish are at are pretty obvious places.
Yeah.
There are places that I would call sneaky places, and you could try to manage those. There are no secret places on Lake Murray anymore, I don't think, but you could manage the sneaky places. But those shallow points with buoy markers on them, I think you better catch them while you can, because someone else will if you don't. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy, Hunter again.
Get your crap together, Hunter. Just watch that camera.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Lord. Watch your camera, bro. I'm serious. Because I'm going to put it behind my head. Oh gosh, come on. No. Come on, fish. It's bigger than what I think it is. Be done.
Got her out there in open water. Just take your time, buddy.
I'm serious. Watch the camera. Come on. Sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
You know, we bros, bro. We bros. I'm just saying, when it's close like that.
We bros, bro.
That's why I'm like, watch the camera.
Everybody's your bro when you're catching 5-pounders.
We got spot lock on, anchor mode. We ain't fishing, Ronnie. We ain't fishing. We're just keeping our stuff from dang running amok. Put us back in the game, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that fat fish. Hey, that might have been Terry. Terry the bush troll. That was, I bet you that was the one that was there. All right, we got to figure out what we got to do. You want to jump here? Heck, you stand on the seat. They're good seats. This is how I do it.
All barriers up.
I mean, she only had it for like, yes, exactly. This is what we do at home, folks. You barricade it. We don't want no jumping out, no funny business, no funny business. We got a dang bag again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just kidding. Be like a club tournament. Just start weighing them. I think that cannot be close to that one. Dude, if we had that one, we're going to have our chance. This has got to be smaller. This is definitely
he's got some
bigger.
culling to do, but
Yeah,
I can't get enough of this.
that's got to be the one.
What a
Double
fish
check
catch.
one
I
more
mean,
time. Look how pretty that
we're
is.
watching all these guys chase the blueback, and Hunter Shryock is just like, I mean, he could
just
wade
fishing.
along that shoreline
Yeah.
just in a set of wading boots and accomplish what he's done this week, fishing the way he likes to fish. And man, that is something that every bass angler around the world loves to do, and that's catch giant fish like Hunter Shryock is doing. 5 fish potentially away from his first Bassmaster Elite Series title. Hunter Shryock continues to have an incredible tournament after just being the first angler out of the Bassmaster Classic last year. Comes into this season with a little more motivation, and look at right there. 63 pounds, 8 ounces in your lead. Your day 2 leader, Drew Benton, right behind him, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to bet on this sport. It's not the NFL or anything, but if I was a betting man, I'd say they're not going to stop biting, Davey. What do you think?
No, I don't think they're going to stop biting. But for the first time, someone's kind of pulling away from the field.
I don't want to get suspended, but I'd bet on it.
Forged from the harshest environments, Dakota lithium batteries are built to endure. Engineered with lithium iron phosphate, they give you twice the runtime, at half the weight, last 5 times longer, and provide exceptional lifetime value.
Let's go!
Backed by an 11-year warranty, they keep you on the water from sunup to sundown. Go further. Last longer.